A masterpiece of a film, and now I can honestly say a masterpiece of a Blu-ray. This is Taxi Driver, brought to us courtesy of Sony Pictures. Taking a look at the cover here, it's kind of not necessarily 1 inch, but it's close to a 1 inch thick when it comes to the spine right here. The words Taxi Driver are embossed. And the package in itself, it's not necessarily a digibook per se, but it's kind of a weird tri-folded digipack. But the cover is a hardcover, which I find is pretty cool, showing off Mr. Bickle himself, badass that he is. The flap covering the back. This thing is huge. Going through the special features. Plus, it also has a backbook art as well. Very nice. The flap in itself is kind of glued per se, like to the front of here, which I may have to work on just a little bit, but I think I'll keep it. But it's just to let you guys know, this might get a little bit of annoying towards the middle of the video here, but let's open up this bad boy. See what I mean? Again, it folds out into a trifold. Right along here. Blu-ray disc. Oh, sane driver's always ready for the unexpected. Telltale message if there ever was one. But the cool thing about this trifold, though, is if you open it up here, yep, that's everything. Open it up here, you get a flap, obviously promoting 3D and Sony's believe. And right in here, in this little fold out right here, are a bunch of photos. If I can get this open a little bit, just to sorry about this. Just to give you all a little bit of get another look at the package here as soon as I get this open. So the photos here go at them one by one. I'm gonna try to speed this up, guys, because of the wouldn't necessarily want to keep you bored with the photography, but the photos are very, very authentic. They're not just regular pictures, they are legitimate photos, which I dig. So if you ever do want to pause the video just to look at these, you're more than welcome to. I love the smell of new photos as well. It's got that crisp kind of smell to them. Not necessarily good when it comes to spoilers, huh? So, but all fits in there. I'll leave these out actually for the beauty shot, so we'll put this all back up. There we go. Taking it off the tripod here. But overall, though, if you want my personal opinions on this, is well, this Blu-ray won't necessarily like knock your socks off when it comes to like looking brand new or providing the best visuals, but it will knock your socks off in the fact that the restoration for this thing that Sony has done for it is just absolutely breathtaking. I'm talking like this is probably the best catalog or restoration job that I've ever seen since The Sound of Music or Apocalypse Now. Taxi Driver went through a 4K restoration, which is probably one of the best that you can ever do, like when it comes to an old film like this. And the results are fairly evident as well. And it does, like I said, it doesn't look necessarily like brand spanking new, but it looks good enough. But yet, it still manages to retain the look and the feel of what Scorsese wanted to intend for New York back in the 1970s, in which it looks fashion. In which it looks there's flash, but there's also some dirt as well. Grain levels are still a little bit prevalent here, but detail is where this film really striked me the most. In that, whether it was dirt on Bickle's car, whether it was the details in his 44 Magnum, or the clothing textures and the colors were also very impressive in my opinion. But really, the only problem with this blue is that, well, and there's nothing to complain about necessarily. I can't. I gotta praise the restoration job that Sony has done for this. This is incredible. It gives me high hope when they do release DOS Boot within a few months. I am definitely going to pick that up. But moving on to the sound. Sound also has a DTS-HD MA 5.1, which it's not robust. It's not really loud per se, except minus gunshots or anything like that. But it all comes down to ambiance. We'll put it that way. It all comes down to ambiance. In that, what I mainly wanted to point out was Bernard Herrmann's soundtrack. His jazz-like soundtrack. It's pretty much sweeps throughout the entire channels. It's kept in the front, but it's still very, very clear. Scorsese always had a key when it came to great soundtracks within his movies and how to incorporate them into there. Audio is clear, kept in the front. The bass isn't really used that much, but it's still pretty awesome. But again, just like I said within the Tron Legacy, I mean, not the Tron Legacy, like the original Tron review, in that it's faithful. It's not lower your expectations just a little bit, but it's very faithful. And with that, I would definitely give the audio a 5 out of 5 just on how it keeps the film's feel and preserves, its intentions. Same with the picture. The picture, though, I would definitely give a 5 because it just looks damn good for a film that was released oh so long ago. But the one shining moment for another great bit about this entire package, besides obviously what it is comes housed in and its picture and its audio, is that the extras are just pouring at the mount here. The main thing that I really, really enjoyed when I found out was being included was the original 1986 audio commentary that features Martin Scorsese and the writer Paul Schrader. It was originally taken from the Criterion Laserdisc, which shocked the hell out of me because getting a commentary off a Criterion movie is just impossible to do these days. But that track is probably my favorite. I did watch a little bit of it. I will go back, but you'll definitely love it. There's 2 other audio commentaries. A few more documentaries like on the production, on Taxi Driver. Martin Scorsese talks about it. The God's Lonely Man doc with Travis Bickle is included. The making of Taxi Driver documentary runs about a minute and 15 minutes long, which very good, very collective. It's pretty much everything that you can want out of the production of it all, and just pretty much an overshot, some storyboards, galleries, trailers, and a look into New York City in itself. So, but the packaging is really cool. The picture retains the film's purity. The audio is very faithful to the source, and the extras are just overflowing, just overabundant. And all of this you can find at Best Buy or Amazon right now for only, get this, for $12. $12, that is a steal right there, ladies and gentlemen. I would suggest you go out and grab this. Not only if you're a Martin Scorsese fan, if you're a fan of great drama or anything like that, but just to have this timeless piece of cinema within your collection. Don't mean to sound pretentious, but just to have this within your collection for $12 at what comes with it, the photos, the packaging, and the entire set, sound, pictures, and features, definitely go grab this. This disc has set the tone for what it comes to catalog titles this year on Blu-ray. So take care of yourself, guys. Stay cool.